Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and fans of drones everywhere, welcome to Thursday Night Live, everybody. That's me dancing. Do the broke back dance. Do the broken back dance, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, Dana Williams. How you doing, buddy?
Yeah. Hi, I'm good.
All right. We already have...
How's the back feeling?
Oh, it's horrible. It's horrible. But I took my meds. Should be okay. Already getting a message that the Skype is not cooperating. Somebody told me last week how to get rid of that. How do I do that? How do I get rid of that little message in front of your face? Anyway.
Lag already, they said.
We have lag already.
Yeah, I know. Oh, yeah, but let me just show you this, and that'll change your whole tune right there.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
How about that, baby?
You know what's even cooler than that?
I love that.
The Cadillac of processed meats, everybody.
You'll enjoy pigeon jerky, the Cadillac of processed meats. You'll enjoy pigeon jerky, and you'll give your family a treat. It's balanced nutrition to help them grow, and it's full of fiber to make them go. You'll enjoy pigeon jerky, the Cadillac of processed meats.
Yeah. All right. So, yes, up here on my Wirecast board, there's a line. It says lag. It says the stream sucks, and there's nothing I can do about it. I don't know what I can do about it, Dana. You want to give up?
Everybody's saying sound in, sound out. I don't know what to tell you.
What do we do? What do we do?
It is what it is.
Yeah, but
maybe we just rock on. Maybe it'll get better.
I guess.
I don't know.
Let's see what people are saying in the window, because I have so much planned. People don't understand. I spend all week putting all this stuff together, putting a show together. It's not like just some dude hops on his phone and does a live thing. I put effort into this, and it pisses me off to no end. This whole internet lag thing.
It could be the weather, man, because
the weather
is a little funky here and getting colder and colder as we go. So,
is that what it is? Maybe start hosting from home.
It could be the weather.
Phantom Panic says maybe start hosting from home. I can't. I have all this equipment here. I don't have anything at my house. My house is made of paper mache. Yeah. I wouldn't trust any of my equipment there. So John Patrick says it's smooth. Yeah, it is pretty much paper mache. Working fine on with the show. Barry says it's frozen, but Ducky says the show must go on. We ain't quitters. Looks perfect. Jeez, I don't know what to do. See the thing here. All right, look. I don't care. There's a thing on Dana's face, and I want to try to get rid of that. Any idea of how to do that in the settings of Skype? Anyone? Let's I'll play some me messing with Skype music. What's that?
It was there last week, wasn't it?
Yep.
It was there last week too, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Let's see.
Yeah.
No. What I want to do is I want to hide the messages in front of. Let's see.
Oh, the notifications or something.
Notifications, yeah. Anybody? Anybody? All right.
A lot of them saying it's smooth to them, so
okay, good.
Rock on,
all right,
man.
All right. So what I have to give away tonight, other than my sanity, is this. This is an eSheen E58 pocket drone. It's a folder. It folds. And we're giving this away tonight. Yes, I know it looks like a Mavic. They made it to look like a Mavic.
Have you flown it?
No, but I'm gonna fly it here in the studio. I'm gonna fly it live right here. Yeah. Now, I couldn't get the app to work, but I can get it to fly, I'm sure. And we've got Brennan. We've got Brennan from DRONR. He's the magnificently bald guy that you saw on the show before. He's got really cool glasses. And he's going to be on to tell everybody who's pinchers that they're doing it wrong. So let's see. We got
Careful, man. Careful.
Yeah, we got the big news intro for you.
Stop the music. It's time for news.
It's time for news, so we head over to the newsroom, droning the news and newsing the drone. Everything you ever wanted to know about the drone news. It's Dana. What you got, buddy?
It's me. It's Ernest. Well, I tell you, there is some news out there, and I got several here. One that Ken doesn't even know that I'm going to bring up. First off, we're having internet problems here, and if you don't believe it, just look on your screen because it says it right to you.
Yeah, look at that. If anybody knows how to get rid of that message, let me know.
Yeah, it'd be great.
Yeah.
First off, the Red Cross is using some drones, man, in some disaster situations, and which I think is very, very cool. They're going out to these mountainous areas where there's fires, where there's whatever kind of emergencies, and they're sending the drone ahead of the vehicle to be able to see, okay, what's in need the worst, or what's passable, where can we go, where can we not go, that type of thing.
That's really cool.
What a wonderful thing. What a wonderful thing to use with the drone, man. I mean, again, out there saving lives, not to mention you're able to get there much faster. You know, okay, we see that this, you know, maybe to the left it's a lost cause.
Right,
you know?
drones.
Who knows? I don't know what the situation.
Drones are being integrated into our lives ever more.
I mean,
daily. Yeah. So get used to them. They're here to stay.
Yeah. And they're so here to stay that in India. In India, they are the KFC there, the Kentucky Fried Chicken. Are you even allowed to say Kentucky Fried Chicken anymore, or is it just KFC?
I think it's KFC because
it's Kentucky Fried Chicken.
The fried isn't a very healthy word.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry. It's still, I mean,
that's why they took the word sugar.
Anyway,
that's why they took the word sugar out of Sugar Smacks.
Yeah,
it's just Smacks now.
Are you serious? Did they do that really?
Yeah, it's not Sugar Smacks. It's just Smacks.
I did not know that.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
So anyway, Kentucky Fried Chicken in India is giving away a KFO.
What's that?
A KFO. A KFO? You're wanting to know what that is? That is a Kentucky flying object.
Here's the commercial for it right here. Enjoy this.
There are two kinds of wings in the world, the ones you fly with and the ones you relish. Want both? Introducing the ultimate indulgence, KFC smoky grilled wings in limited edition KFOs. A bird? Nah. A plane? Oh please. Try drone, a DIY drone box on select orders only. We bring it, you wing it. Your phone turns controller, you turn pilot. Talk about smoky grill thrills.
Oh my goodness, no.
That's going all of it right there, buddy. That's all in right there. Kentucky Fried Chicken for select orders of smoky grilled wings. You get entered to win a KFO, a Kentucky Flying Object.
Yeah, that's horrible.
How about that? Of course, that's in India only.
Right, if you want one.
Now, if you want one, go have some smoky wings in India. So, I've been hearing, you know, we all hear these rumors all the time about the Phantom 5 and all this good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But this past week, since the Air came out, I've seen several videos pop up, and you guys may have some insight on this about the Mavic Pro 2. And I even watched one video where a guy went so far to say that he's got inside sources that tell him the end of March they will be announcing the Mavic Pro 2.
Come on.
And one of his sources is China.
Look, all these are I hate to I'm just waiting for the Phantom 5. Look, here's how I feel about it. These are just little stopgaps. You know, the Spark wasn't good enough and the Mavic cost too much, so there you go, the Mavic Air, boom. They got these little stopgaps in between. And then what's going to happen is what happened with me when I bought a motorcycle. Very simply, I bought a 600cc motorcycle to start with. And about 2 months in, that wasn't enough. I wanted more. I wanted a bigger, faster motorcycle. And I eventually did get one. It's the same thing with the drones. If you get a Mavic Air, you're going to want either a Mavic or a Phantom 5. You're going to want a better camera. So why don't you just wait and get the better one? That's all I'm saying.
That's just
DJI, they put out some great products,
Yeah,
but I mean, it just makes your head snap back as to how many things they're putting out all the time.
Man, and this guy, I gotta say, the video I saw, it's pretty darn convincing. But you know what? I know all those teasers are like that, but this guy is convinced that the end of March we're gonna get the Mavic Pro 2. So if anybody else out there has any is privy to any other information, I would love to hear it.
Oh, wow. $10 super chat from World's Craziest Trucking, a.k.a. Pickle. Love you and your vids. I also fly drones as well. Thanks. Thank you so much. So it does look as though we're still streaming. And by the way, if it's crappy, if you're getting it at 144p, just know that I'm recording a local copy and I will upload the good copy later. So it'll be in glorious HD later on. Okay? Okay.
So finally, in the newsroom here, we've got an interesting story where Will Smith was out on vacation in Mexico and got a Mavic, and he was celebrating his 100,000 subscribers, and he was out on a boat and sent his Mavic up. And whoever the pilot was has got a little history of not being so great. So he's out there trying to catch it on the boat with a towel.
Yeah, here's the video. Yeah, you don't want to take any chances. Yeah, here you go. Here's the video of that.
Yeah, nice.
Here it is again. Okay, I guess if you're Will Smith, you can afford to break a few propellers. I guess that's safer than hand catching it.
Figures they're better. I guess he figures they're better than new fingers. So
yeah, very true, very true. Okay, thank you.
That would do our news right there, I believe.
Thank you very much, Dana. And now on to the next thing.
Now it's time for the next thing that's gonna happen. And here it is.
All right. Now on to the next thing. Thank you, Jingle Singers. As you know, I am sitting here with my little underwear item here, my bustier. If you're new to the stream, then maybe you don't know that I broke my back and I've got a few broken ribs from a car accident. And I'm going to go ahead and show that car accident one more time because I have some other video of my car that my new hero, Jeff Baker, who lives in Roanoke, Virginia, that's where my accident happened. He was my hero while I was in the hospital. He brought me real food, not hospital food. He brought me clothes because all of my clothes were lost in the accident because I got hit from behind and it was locked up in the trunk. They couldn't get it out. And he drove me home, and then he went and he videoed my car at the wrecker yard. So first, let me go ahead and show you my actual wreck footage here. This is my dashboard video of the wreck. I was on my way home back from Christmas, and I passed a place on the right that looked interesting.
Awesome. Whatever that was, I'm filming it.
So as I often do, I will turn around and I went to go back to the interesting looking place to film. It'll be that place up on the left there. You see the little windmill thing? Okay, so I let that car pass, about to turn in. And that's, yeah, that's when I got hit from behind. Yeah, that's hard to watch. So that was my Mazda RX-8, and it was totaled. And I broke my back, ribs, got a bad concussion. And that was December 26th. That was the day after Christmas. So, my buddy Jeff went back to the crash site a couple weeks later because he was curious and I was curious. What did I miss? What was that really interesting thing that I wanted to film? Was it worth having the accident, you know? Of course not. Nothing would be worth that. No.
No.
Well, maybe the big pile of money my lawyer's going to get me, but other than that, it's not worth it. So just to satisfy my curiosity, he went back with his drone and filmed what I missed out on. So here that is.
Well, I'm here at the scene of the crime, so to speak. This is where it happened, along this stretch of road here. There's the Enchanted Castle. And they say you ended up over here after the accident. Somewhere in this area is where you ended up. So, I'm gonna put the drone up, try to fly it for you. See if we can get some footage for you.
Okay, so he put his drone up. Now that looks pretty interesting. You would pull over, right, Dana? If you saw that, you would pull over and you'd be like, oh, that's pretty cool, that thing. Right?
Yeah, we'd fly it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so here's what it looks like on the other side of the fence. This is what I couldn't see. A big pile of nothing. Nothing. It's pretty much where putt-putt decorations go to die. It's all these lawn ornaments and statues. It looks like dude went around to every single mini golf place in the world and just dumped them in his yard for some reason. So thank you, Jeff, for going back and satisfying my curiosity, but it was not worth turning around. If I could go back and tell myself, Ken, just keep going. Just keep going, man. Don't worry about that windmill. And by the way, thank you so much. I am Wedge. I am Wedge. Want me to straighten your internet provider out? Yeah, I have a feeling that this whole net neutrality thing is affecting us here in the sticks. They're like, you know, hey, they don't need to download nothing. They're all watching the QVC. So, all right. So I have another video. Thank you, I am Wedge. I have another video from Jeff, who then went, and this was very important to me, back to where they towed my car because all my stuff was in there, and he got all my stuff out, put it in a box, and sent it to me. Saved me a 9-hour trip. So here he is at the wrecker yard, and you can get a really good look at my car. And this footage actually really concerned me when I first saw it because it really shows the impact of what happened in the accident. Here you go.
Well, here we are. We're here with Ken's car, trying to get the back open so we can get some stuff out of it. You can see it's pretty crunched.
Look at that thing.
This is Eddie. Eddie's the one who towed the car here. Oh, don't do that. There we go.
Wow.
And he had his Mavic with him. I can't believe that I lived. It's pretty amazing.
And the whole rear end's gone.
Yeah, it's all gone.
Blue.
I mean, it's you know, hats off to Mazda for building a car that way. I don't know what would have happened to me if I was in any kind of lesser engineered car.
I mean, that bad. I keep the gas wasn't just everywhere.
Right, and there's Jeff in his shorts in the snow. Yeah. So thanks to Jeff. And by the way, I purchased the same car, same exact car. I got my insurance check, and I got another 2011 Mazda RX-8 6-speed on the way. A little bit nicer, a little less mileage, leather, sunroof, Bose sound system. And then I took.
So the check did come.
Yes.
Hallelujah.
Yeah, that check came. And then so what I did, I have a model of my car on my desk, and I took a hammer and I made it match. I took a hammer and
Did you really?
Yeah. This is the model of my car, and I took a hammer and I knocked it out in the back and made it match. And then I bought a new model.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah. So, yeah. All right. In a couple minutes, Brennan from DRONR will. I'll try to call him, but right now I don't see as how we're gonna have both Dana and Brennan on. But we'll try. This thing will fall apart right before your very eyes. It'll be great. It'll be great. What do you say? Do you want to give away this drone right now? Do you want me to try to fly it? Let's do that. Let's not make people wait. And by the way, we will be talking about DJI's new remote identification setting option. It's it's this signal that's unique to you, and we've got.
What do you think about that?
Well, it's
your little digital license plate.
Yeah, it's an option. It's not mandated, but Greg Kunert.
I'm glad that they're making it an option. That's the
people would be upset. People would be upset if it wasn't optional. And so I've got Greg Kunert, our resident whiz in all things DJI. He's going to talk to us via video about that in detail. And I've got a really great video that will explain exactly how your drone works. You'll be fascinated. Plus, you know our buddy.
I will be.
You know our buddy Mel with the big truck, Dana? We met him at the Parthenon.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he almost crashed his Inspire 1 as he was flying it over water.
Oh.
And I've got some video for that.
Oh.
Yeah. He was freaking out.
Oh, my gosh.
Right. But right now, I've got this little eSheen E58 drone that you can win. And I'm going to try to fly it. I will tell you, they did a good job of making it look exactly like a Mavic. And the controller, if you win this, these things right here, they are just for decoration. They don't do anything. They're not. They're just plastic.
Really?
Yeah, they're plastic antennas. So let me go ahead and turn this on. I don't have a lot of room in here. Turn this on. Can you see it? Okay, you can see it.
They might want you to give it away before you fly.
Yeah, yeah, no kidding. Let's see if I can get this. Okay, come on, come on, come on, come on, do it. Oh, okay, I had it. It spun a little bit. Come on, man. It's just that easy. All right, I'm gonna try to turn it on again. I had it going.
Man, that's some good flying there.
I hate reading directions. If you can't just turn on a drone, a toy drone, and fly it, if you have to read directions for a toy drone. So anyway, here we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Oh, it's got all my papers. Okay, so it flies. Not a lot of room.
Apparently no GPS.
Oh man, there's stuff on the floor. It's hard to pick up stuff on the floor in a broken back. Oh.
You'll never get down there now.
Oh, man, I got all this stuff.
Hey man, I'll just tell you, I don't see how you get around as good as you do with that darn thing on, man. Because that thing is cumbersome and just restricting and just everything.
Very restrictive. Okay. All right. Did it mess up my microphone? Do I sound okay? Check, check. 1, 2. Okay. Let's go ahead and give it away. So, yeah, it's a good thing I was wearing armor. Somebody said, was it Matt said, that's good. Yeah, it hit me right here. If I didn't have the girdle on,
yeah,
that would have really hurt. So,
got body armor, man.
So I've got a still from a video, and all you have to do is tell me the title of the video that this still is from. Be the first person to do so, and you will win that fantastic, easy drone to fly. So here that is, right here. All right?
I know that. It's
I
right
know. I know you know because I told you earlier. Don't do that. So, first person to give the correct title of that. Are you watching, Dana?
I am.
And while that's doing that, Alexa, tell me a joke.
How do you start on the Starship Enterprise? Set phasers to fun.
See, even Alexa's stuttering from the lack of internet. Alexa, tell me a joke.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Donna. Donna who? Donna Batman.
That's really bad. Did anybody get? Oh, somebody. Is Caleb the first one to get that?
Yeah.
Caleb got it?
Yeah.
Okay, of course, we will go back and verify that. But congratulations to Caleb S. Very good, sir. And now, let's screw up this.
Gary R is the first one to have the entire title.
Well, I did say earlier that I would accept either or. So, Caleb, congratulations.
Yeah.
So
you did.
All right. All right. Let's try to get B on. Okay.
Yeah.
What do you say, Dana? This should be interesting. Now,
yes, it should.
I'm sure it'll just knock us off, but we'll try. And then, of course, my face will get all red.
We're not quitters.
No, we're not quitters. Okay, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you lag. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Yay! He's there. So, and somehow it having you on fixed my bandwidth. You're magic.
It did?
Yeah.
I thought I would do that with this.
It's better now. Okay, cool. Hey, welcome to the show, man. Yeah, it did clear up, didn't it?
Inception.
Yeah. Welcome to the show, man. It's good to have you on here again.
What's up?
Hey, there's your logo right there. And if you don't subscribe to DRONR, I urge you to do so because he's got a great channel. You've got a great channel, sir.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. I have a riddle for you, man.
You have a what?
I have a riddle for you.
A riddle? All right, hit me with the riddle.
All right. How do you take the word 5? You can take 2 letters away from it and make it 4.
How do you take the word 5 and make it 4 by taking 2 letters away?
By taking 2 letters. You take 2 letters away.
I don't know. How do you do it?
I'm looking at you too, Dana. Looking at you too, Dana.
I don't know.
I'm looking. I'm thinking, man.
That was a real think face you had going there too. You're just like, I'm really thinking about this.
Hold on.
I like it. He's writing it down.
There you go.
Yeah.
There's some thinking music. So once again,
Yes.
how do you take the word 5 and make it 4 by removing 2 letters? Now I'm still suffering from a concussion, right?
I don't believe in excuses.
Oh, I got it.
You
Baby.
figured it out? Okay. How do you do it?
Yeah, take the F and the E away. And
You win.
You have Roman numeral 4.
Oh, Roman numeral 4. Wow, that was deep, man. That was deep.
You stay fly around these parts.
Yeah. All right, so Brennan, for people who aren't familiar with you, tell them why they should check out your channel.
Okay. Well, outside of my antics that I do my best to act and imitate Ken, I am a professional drone pilot based in Los Angeles. I got the FAA certification, which I can't say right now, but I've done that. I've flown all over the world. I've flown in about 21 countries, and I have all kind of drones and new toys all the time. I have new things that I like to play with, So,
have you flown that a lot? Have you flown that a lot?
No, I haven't even opened it. It came in the mail today, actually. So there's still plastic on it.
Well,
tomorrow
open
morning
it.
I will be filming everything about it. So if anybody wants to know about this drone, the Mavic Air Pro, I got it, and I'm going to be playing with it.
Okay. Now, as far as your drone company goes, where will the Mavic Air fit in?
Not even a little bit.
No. And that's.
Well, I mean, I'd say the only thing I would ever use the Mavic Air for my company is if I have a client that's doing social media platform things where they're saying we want to do stuff for Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and things like that, then I'm going to probably be able to use it because it actually supposedly has a slightly better camera than the Mavic Pro. So I'm going to be doing that. Sorry, my business partner is popping his head in and saying goodbye.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I would use it for something like that. But when it comes to when I work for television shows or movies or things like that, unless they're using it as a prop, the camera just cannot be used. It just doesn't have the quality to be able to do that. So it'll just be. It's mostly my toy for fun for the channel, to be honest.
Okay, and the Phantom 4 Pro does have a camera that's good enough for that kind of thing, right?
Yeah, the Phantom 4 Pro's camera is really good. It's pretty much my lowest level camera that I'll use for a client. So, if a client's just like, hey, we just need some quick shots of some, like a wide or something or whatever it is, if they're just like, we have a lower budget, but we still need to have 4K quality be a match with our cameras, then the Phantom 4 Pro is sufficient. It can do it. I mean, it's definitely not messing with the Inspire 2 with an X7 or, you can literally fly whatever you want with an Alta drone or a Matrice drone and just put whatever camera with a Ronin or Mobi on the bottom of it and be able to fly whatever camera they're using anyway. But Phantom 4 Pro is good for the pros. I like it. I recommend that. Yeah.
Now Brennan is not being snobby. He's an actual professional and he uses professional equipment. And I guess the Phantom 4 Professional is actually more of a prosumer type. Would you say?
Yeah, it's very prosumer, but I'd say if I had to say which way it leans, when they added the aperture control to it, and just the general I don't know, it's a really good camera. Like I remember when I first flew the Phantom 4 Pro, I had the only other Phantom I'd flown before that was Phantom 3 Pro. And the Phantom 3 Pro's camera cannot be used for the things that I use it for. Like I said, for TV shows, for movies and things like that, you can't use the Phantom 3 Pro's camera. It just doesn't have the sensor size. It just doesn't have the resolution and the bit rate that you need. But the Phantom 4 Pro came out, and I was kind of floored by what that camera can do, to be honest. Because it's like they have the full 1-inch sensor in there. It does have aperture control. The bit rate's good enough. Like it holds up. So I'd say it is a prosumer drone, but more towards pro actually, just because it's kind of like flying like a little DSLR camera. So it's pretty good, and especially if you're just doing big wide aerials and things like that, it can be easily cut against almost any kind of footage.
Now, you kind of, let's not gloss over what you said earlier. You said that you think that that the Mavic Air's camera might be not as good or better than the Mavic.
I think it's going to be better. The Mavic Pro has a camera that is that's pretty much it has the same sensor size as the Mavic Airs, but it has a bit rate of 60 megabits per second, whereas the Mavic Air's bit rate is 100. And the bit rate is really what's getting you the detail on your image. So the higher the bit rate, the more detail. So when you look at some footage from like a Mavic Pro, like for example, when you're looking at detailed things like a tree, like there's a big green tree, and you're looking at it, and with the Mavic Pro, it kind of just looks like a green blob. Like you can't really see the individual leaves. But the higher the bit rate goes, then the more you'll be able to make out those individual leaves and be able to see the detail in the image. And that's what I'm really excited to play with this one for. That's actually the thing I'm most excited about this drone, is to see the difference in bit rate, because Mavic Pro 60 is 60 megabits per second, and this one is 100. It's almost twice as fast, or twice as much, I should say. So there should be a discernible difference, but should is the key word of that sentence, is why we got to play with it.
Right. And by the way, the Everyday Dad, thank you so much. He said you should do a live unboxing of the Mavic Air. Just saying. You want to do that right here? Just go ahead and unbox it.
I got plans, man. I can't do that right now. I got plans.
I know.
Now tomorrow morning. So yeah.
I know.
Because Ken's really convincing.
No. Hey, let me ask you this, and I know that whenever a new DJI thingamahoozer, what's it, comes out, everybody is just losing their mind, and I tend to, like you, I tend to follow the camera and not all of the bells and whistles, because, you know, sure, they're going to put a lot of bells and whistles on whatever new thing they have, but I think as far as I'm concerned, I'm just waiting for the Phantom 5 to come out. I'm going to save my money and wait for that 5 to come out. You know, there's a lot of people that look at a drone that can do this. Oh, it can do this. It can follow me. It can perk coffee and predict earthquakes. But really, you know, if it's got a good camera and you're a halfway decent pilot, you can get good imaging out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
agree. And I mean, if I didn't have the channel DRONR, then I would have never bought the Spark, and I would have never bought the Mavic Air. I'll tell you that right now. After I got the Mavic, that covers all my just fun stuff that I want to do just with the drone, because I want to be able to carry it in my backpack everywhere I go and have fun with it. But I agree with you. The Phantom 5, my imagination just goes wild on it, because like you said, the features on some of these things are just so unnecessary. Like you said, like pouring coffee for you or whatever.
Yeah.
Like this drone has so many things that just like, I can't even imagine why I would ever want to use that feature. Like there's just so many things on it. I'm just like I would never do that. I just want to fly it and have fun with it. You know, it's like, yeah, we have the boomerang function. I'm just like, okay, that's cool.
Right. Just you know, just save some money, save some weight, and you know, get us a couple more megapixels. You know what I mean? But
I agree.
Let's see. Greg Kunert, who is watching from Australia, he said, peel the plastic off. And speaking of which, I've got a video just for Dana. This is our buddy. No! This is our buddy Mel.
Don't do it.
And I'm just gonna go ahead and play this. Enjoy, Dana.
The real reason I'm making this video is just for Dana, really, because Dana, look what I got here. Oh, what is this? Uh-oh. Is that? Yeah, I think it is. Oh, yeah, look at there. Oh my goodness. Oh. Oh, poor Dana.
Torture.
Here's another one. Oh.
Oh, yes.
Boy. Oh, look at that. Well, that's some fancy looking speakers for $10. Yeah. Anyway. There you go, Dana. Just for you, buddy.
Now he could have just cut a circle out for the speaker and left the rest
Oh
of
my
that.
gosh. Look, if you have appealing video, please send it to me. I want to make a whole compilation of people peeling the plastic off of their new gizmos. Ken Heron upload at gmail.com. Ken Heron upload at gmail.com. Please send me your.
I would love to see Dana wheeling agony again.
Yeah, and you know what? If you do that, if you send me this video, I will put together a compilation of people doing that, and then I will take a video of Dana watching that, and then I'll post the whole thing.
Root canal.
Yeah, so we'll get Dana
Root canal, I tell you.
being tortured by that. And by the way, while we have our buddy Mel, speaking of our buddy Mel, he's the one who almost lost his Inspire 1, and I've got the footage here. There's a link in the description if you want to check out his channel. He's a truck driver, so he's all over the place. He's got great footage. He's got an Inspire 1, but a couple weeks ago, he almost lost it. I'll go ahead and explain this as we're watching it. There's no sound to this video, but here he is flying right into a post. Now, he's off to the right, and he can't really see that he's not passing the post, and he goes right into the post. And at this point, he lost half of one of his propellers. So he is flying right now with 3.5 props over the water. He's freaking out right now. And he's trying to, yeah, he's trying to bring it back. Luckily, he was able to bring it back. But can you imagine? Now, after he lands it here, you get a load of this prop here. You won't even think that it's able to, look at that. It's like half the size of a regular, whatever, 10-inch, 9-inch prop they have on here.
Yeah.
Here's a side-by-side comparison for you. That's what he was working with after it hit the building there. How about that?
That'll tighten a sphincter up in a heartbeat.
Yeah, well.
Mine just did.
Yeah.
I'm watching. I was like, ah! You know, like,
Yeah.
oh.
What kind of?
I've never had that happen.
You never have. What kind of close calls have you had, Brennan?
The worst close call I had was actually I made a whole video about this, but I'll give you like the quick version of it. Is I was flying for a client, CMT actually. I was in South Carolina, and me and my partner Dom, the flying partner Dom, we were flying. We want to get this bridge. We were fully permitted. We had full access. We had everything we needed to do to get this shot. We fly out to this bridge. We get these shots, and we got out there so quickly. And, you know, we didn't even think, like, how did we get out there so fast? You know, just didn't have the thought for some reason. We just like, okay, cool. We got our shots, and we started flying back, and we realized we got out there quickly because we had a tailwind. So, and we were a good, like, almost maybe a mile out. Like, the drone was way out there. We flew around, and if you know Inspire 1 batteries, they for some reason on the bottom half of that 50%, it's a lot less than the top. So we got to about 50% battery, like, okay, let's bring it back. We bring it back, and as soon as we bring it back, we feel a gust against our backs, which means that the wind is picking up in the direction that we don't want it to be going in.
Oh, gosh.
And so we had to fight the drone back to where we were. And we would have made it, but we didn't. Excuse me, I shouldn't say we didn't. Let me tell this story correctly.
Okay.
We were bringing it back. While we were bringing it back, a police officer pulls up his vehicle right next to us because we're standing on the side of a road, which, again, we were fully permitted, fully insured, fully had everything. This officer didn't know that. So he comes up, he sees us standing there, and there's power lines above us, right? About 15 feet above us, there's like a bunch of power lines. We took off from under the power lines. We're trying to bring it back. We're at critical battery error right now at 8% battery. And this guy stands in the only spot where we can land in, and he's demanding us to cease and desist and to hand him our licenses while we're trying to emergency land the drone. I turn to him and say, officer, I would love to give you all of the identification because my partner was flying. So I turned to the officer and said, I would love to give you identification. I'll give you everything you need. We need to land. You're standing in the landing zone. You mind if you're moving? His response, you don't tell me what to do.
Oh, so then you lopped his head off with the propellers.
So Dom realized that he wasn't going to be able to land there. So our alternative landing location, which you should always have, was back about 50 feet behind us. But to get there, we had to go over the wires instead of under them. So he pulls up, but the battery fails when he pulls up. That's when the battery fails right then. And so the battery fails. He doesn't get over the wires. He hits the wires, and then the drone hooks onto one of the wires and hangs and stays.
Oh, yeah. No.
So we had to sit there for 8 hours waiting for somebody with a scissor lift to come and get our drone down because the police officer wouldn't let us get it ourselves, even though he profusely apologized after seeing all of our paperwork. And, we gave him all the paperwork. Like, dude, we were fine. You know what I'm saying? Gave him the paperwork.
So what did he?
He's like, I'm so sorry. You never know. You see people doing this, thinking they know what they're doing. You guys were good. But we're like, thanks. Now our drones is stuck in this thing. We lost the rest of the day shooting. Now we have to sit here and wait for 8 hours to get this off this wire. So
he
it was like
just
a failure.
Yeah.
We didn't break the drone. Nothing got damage on the drone at all, actually. It just hooked. It hooked on one of the feet and just was there.
So the cop.
So yeah,
the cop just thought you were out there just being kids or whatever, just flying for fun. He didn't know you were a business and professional and all that.
Yeah, I mean, we did everything. We did our due diligence. Like we spoke to the local city, like the city ordinance. We had alerted the police department because they didn't have it. Like in certain cities, they have a lot more structured ways of working with drones. Like for example, Los Angeles. If you're gonna fly a drone within Los Angeles, they're gonna assign you a fire safety advisor that you have to pay for. But they assign you a person that's gonna be there to show that you're legit, pretty much. And let people know, it's like, no, he's fine. Like I've had many FSAs had to tell officers not to mess with us while we're flying in Los Angeles. But in South Carolina, they didn't have that. They just gave us paperwork and said, you're good. Just stay in the right areas that you told us you're going to stay and you're good. So we didn't have anything but paperwork to give him, which we had in a binder that was in the car. You know what I'm saying? Right. The car was right next to us. But, in that emergency moment, like, what do you do? What do you do? You try to explain it to him, and the officer thought I was being lippy, so it didn't matter.
Wow. Well, at least he apologized after your drone was hanging. Hey,
yeah, it took him a while to get to that, but yeah, he did.
while I have you on here, I wanted to ask you how you feel about the new DJI remote ID stuff. In case you don't know, I'll just tell you a little bit. DJI is introducing new features to the DJI Aeroscope remote identification system that functions as an electronic license plate for drones. The new features allow drone pilots to voluntarily identify their flight operations to authorities while still protecting their privacy. Aeroscope is a system that remotely identifies and tracks airborne drones. And recent updates to the DJI Go4 app and DJI drone firmware made available first for the Mavic Pro will allow pilots to choose whether or not to broadcast this additional information that will help other pilots. How do you feel about this, sir?
I have a lot of feelings about that, and I have been actually thinking about that because DJI announced that a while ago that they were talking about doing that, and they're just now actually coming out with it.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember when I first heard it, two reactions. The first reaction is the word voluntary.
Right.
I think it's really interesting that they're making this a voluntary thing. Who's going to volunteer to do that? Let me just volunteer this information if I'm doing something bad. Like typically, if somebody's flying where they shouldn't fly, they're not going to voluntarily broadcast who they are.
Right.
It's just not going to happen. So for me, it kind of seems like a big waste of time. If you're going to make this a voluntary thing, and it's meant to be able to deter stuff like this, or make us feel like we're clean and clear, especially on the Mavic. Like no professionals aren't flying on Mavic, so these are 90% hobbyists that we're talking about.
Right.
And if a authority figure is to be looking at your drone as if you're doing something wrong, you probably are aware that you're doing something wrong, and you're probably not broadcasting it. So I feel like it's a technology that is necessary, but the way they're rolling it out is like I think they're doing the give an inch, take a mile kind of thing, where they're introducing it slowly and making it voluntary, because when you bought those Mavics, that was not a part of what you bought. So they're just going to start putting out your information and saying it's going to transmit it all the time. Then I think they might have fallen into some lawsuits or something. Maybe that's the reason why they rolled it out the way they did.
I think
but overall, I think. Go ahead.
I think that eventually eventually it will not be voluntary. I think they're going to get people used to this, and then eventually it'll be mandatory. Don't you think?
I think so, and I think that's what it should be, because that's one of the biggest detriments to being a professional drone pilot. Is I've been on shoots, like I did a Red Bull shoot a few months ago, where I was filming at Griffith Park in Los Angeles, and there was like those soapbox derbies they do with Red Bull. I was filming for that, but we were grounded for like 80% of the race because people had Mavics, they had Sparks, they had them all up in the air just flying around illegally over people doing whatever they wanted to do, and there was no recourse for us. There's literally, what am I supposed to do as a professional drone pilot? The only thing I can do is to the event coordinator say, you guys need to find out who's flying this so that you can get them to land it so that I can fly. Because I can't fly my giant, you know, I had an Inspire, I think it was either Inspire 1 or Inspire 2 there, but I had an Inspire, and it's like, for me to go up in the air is a liability on myself as well as everybody else there, because I don't know what they're gonna do. They could run into my drone and make it so we all crash into a crowd, even though I'm not flying over the people. So it's just, I think it's a good thing because we could have identified who it was and said, oh, we know who this is, and there's a spot, that's where they are, we need to get rid of them, and now they are accountable, and it makes it so people will know better than to do stupid stuff like fly where they shouldn't.
Right. Now, this Aeroscope is only going to be available to authorities, but one day I hope there'll be a version where you can see other drone operators on the app itself, on your map. I hope that will be the case one day. I'm sure it will be, where you can see, oh, there's Larry over there, you know, and I'll stay away from Larry or whatever. What do you think about that? Do you think that'll be in the future? Well,
my first thought is that I think it's very interesting that they're saying it's only going to be available to authorities, because number one, how do they define authorities? Are they charging authorities to be able to send them a piece of equipment to get it? To be able to get this, like, be able to get the piece of equipment they need to be able to look at other people's flying drones, which authorities will have it? And why can't we hack it? You can hack anything. Well, so if you're admitting your information, go ahead.
Yeah, speaking of hacking, I have a video from Greg Kunert, who is actually in a hacking community. He's in Australia, and he's got a channel called Oz by Drone. I'm going to go ahead and play this video of Greg explaining a little bit of the technological side of this whole virtual license plate business. So here he is.
Greg, and welcome to Oz by Drone. I'd like to talk today about drone ID. There are some good reasons to be able to have a look at what's in the sky above you, particularly for the military, airports, and other similar industries. If you're listening to the right information, you can find the position of any aircraft in the sky based on existing information that's being transmitted, including a hardware identifier that can be traced. DJI have created some equipment that makes this easy for you. However, they didn't think about everything. In the hacking scene, people have already been jailbreaking and rootkitting aircraft, and there's no reason why you couldn't, if you know what you're doing, change the information that your aircraft is sending. Recently, people have also noticed that in the application you can configure information about the pilot. Now, if you're in the Secret Service and having a look at an Aeroscope screen, and you saw something like this, that might be a concern. There's nothing to stop people who know what they're doing from getting commodity equipment and simulating the information that's currently being sent by a DJI aircraft. So security was not part of the original thinking, I'm guessing, when DJI invented what they're doing today. Perhaps they need to go back and have a look at public key cryptography as a way of signing and certifying and building a trust network for hardware and pilot information if they wanted to do this properly. Anyway, I'd love to see you come and join us for our show every Sunday at 11 AM Sydney time. Other parts of the world, I'll put the information in the description for the time. Thanks for watching, and DJI, I hope you think about security in the future.
So that's Greg Kunert, and he's got a great channel. If you want to check him out, there's a link in the description. Thoughts about that stuff, and I hadn't even considered that you could change who you are. You know, if you hack it, you could say you're someone else, and then that person gets in trouble.
All I know is if I see anything like that on my flight plan, I'm going the other direction.
Oh, if someone is drawing stuff? Yeah. Right.
That drawing is great. It's like, I mean, he's just saying it's funny. It's like, yeah, let's look at your flight path. And
right.
Like, here you are, officer.
There you go. Here's what I think.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Had to go around 2 trees down there, and then there was a far one over there I wanted to go get.
Yeah. Let me go ahead and we're gonna see what people are chatting about here. You got a minute to hang around and for some Q&A in a minute there? Yeah. Okay, awesome. There's one more thing, another video clip I wanted to play, and it's pretty amazing. And I'm gonna ask you, would you do this? There's something called drone parachute jumping. They build a huge drone and a dude jumps off of it and then parachutes. Check out this video and ask yourself, yeah, would you do this? Watch this. Check this out.
My name is Ingo Saugskans, and today I will do a skydive jump from the drone.
My name is Jan Spotterams. I'm the CEO of Heron and inventor of the big drone.
They call it drone diving. After 4 months of planning, Ingus and Janis are going to try it for the first time.
The weather is good, everything's ready. First we're going to do a test where we lift 100 kilograms of just sand.
Look at that thing.
And then we proceed with the jump.
If they pull it off, it will be a world first.
Of course, a bit nervous.
But at some point, you just have to go for it.
Oh.
Oh, you know.
Dana.
Yeah, Dana's like, nope.
You don't just have to go for it.
No, look at this.
Ah!
It looks fun, but
I don't see the appeal. I don't understand why anybody would ever do that.
I don't get it.
yeah.
Jump out of a plane. Like,
Right, just jump out of a plane.
And just like that, history is made and a sport is born.
how is that a sport?
Yeah, I think we're gonna see more of this, actually. What thoughts, gentlemen?
Man, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy, man.
A little nutty, but I mean,
See, for me, I'm thinking like I saw what Casey Neistat did when he was riding like a snowboard, like being pulled by a drone.
Yeah.
Or like doing a like wakeboarding and stuff. I would try that.
Mhm.
This, nah. Like I just don't see. I don't even see a thrill there. It's just like, okay, I'm just gonna hang on to this bar that rises up for me a while with these propellers that could just like, if I hang with one hand, actually, the propellers will light you up.
right? That's a lot of trust it's a lot of trust in the technology, in the pilot. And here's something I'm gonna make a prediction that some numbnut will do this same exact thing, but bungee jump from it. And that will be disastrous. Can you
that
imagine?
Would be straight Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Yeah, no.
Will you marry me, Hillary?
Yeah. All right. You know what? I totally forgot up until now about my razzmatazz.
Song that you're gonna sing.
Razzmatazz. There it is. Yeah. Now I know that's going to eat up my bandwidth, but it's worth it. It's worth it. All right, I'll turn it off. All right, so let's see here. We got just really quick. Oh, people are saying that they miss Linda in the chat. Did I see that?
I saw one, yeah.
Yeah, somebody's saying, what is Linda doing? Well, Linda sent me this image that she took of the lunar eclipse. Look at this thing. That's what she's doing. That's pretty cool.
Oh, man.
I wasn't out for that. I didn't see it. Did you do anything? Did you take any pictures of the lunar eclipse, B?
I didn't.
I wasn't even.
I went outside and was like, "Wow, that's pretty," and then went inside and went back to bed.
I wasn't even aware of it. Yeah.
I like an Instagram thing from NASA saying that it was like a new moon, a full moon, a blood moon, and a harvest moon, or something like that, all at the same time. And I was like, "Yeah, I'll go look at it." And I went outside and I'm like, "Wow, that is mesmerizing. That's really cool." And I was like, "But I'm sleepy." And
yeah, I think that might have been what I was doing too. But Linda's always out taking great shots. Her name on YouTube is Clever Dark Elf, if you want to check out her channel. She puts out a video once a year, whether she likes to or not. I'm just teasing. She works very hard. She's going to be mad at me. She works very hard on her videos. And so they're few and far between, but they are worth it. So do subscribe to her channel and subscribe to B's channel right there. That's what it looks like. That's what you're looking for on his channel right there. So let's go ahead and I still have the viewer video of the week, which is awesome. It's amazing.
Wait, Dana. Hold on a second though. Dana, we're just gonna let Ken get away without singing this time. I've been here, this is my third time. He's sang twice.
Oh.
Do you really
Okay.
want him to?
You want me to sing? I don't have a song. I might be able to sing something a cappella. I might be able to whip something up. I mean, I don't have anything planned.
You don't have anything planned? No rehearsal?
This will stick in your head. Now, usually involves your name. So B. Thank you. And good night.
that was worth it. That was worth it. Dana loved it. Look at Dana. He's happy.
All right, that's it. So
those are the pain meds right there.
yeah, that's it. That's it. Pain meds are working. All right, so let's go ahead and
good.
See what the people are saying. Let's take a little bit of Q&A, and then the most amazing viewer video of the week ever. Yes. Chris Hope wants to know how Gary is. Gary is very, very busy. Some of you may not know Gary. He's a buddy of mine, lives here in town with me. He's an EMT, so he's out there saving lives. He's very, very busy. He's the guy that makes the eyeballs, these things. And I don't have a lot left. In fact, I think these are my last two. But he's going to make some more. And if you would like some eyeballs, $10 super chat, and I will send you some. Okie doke. So, and Gary was very helpful to me when I returned from the hospital. You know, you don't really think about how often you use your spine, because I can't lift things at all. I can't take out my own garbage. I can't do laundry. I mean, it's crazy. Someone said the sound is out. No sound. No sound?
I can hear you just fine. Yeah.
No sound?
I hear you.
Yeah, the sound is on. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Dead air. Maybe it's...
a lot of people are saying it, though.
Yeah,
a
they
lot
are.
of people are saying it.
No sound. Sign language. All right. Well, wow. I can't imagine what that would be. I hear you. You hear me. No sound. Well, here's the thing. I'm recording a local copy. Let's go ahead. Hold on. Is the sound back now?
It's back.
Is it back?
Sound back.
Sound is back. Okay,
Yeah.
good. Just know, people, that I do record a local copy. So any bandwidth issues, anything like that will be resolved when I upload that beautiful HD footage. So if anybody has any questions, very quick, before we play the viewer video of the week, which is awesome. Anybody?
It better be real awesome.
Let's see. Yeah, we nice singing. Thank you. At least they heard the singing.
Yeah.
Oh, the singing was incredible. Man, you hit some notes there, brother.
Oh, thank you.
You hit some notes.
Are you a singer? Do you sing?
Me? No.
No.
Not at all. I have a twin brother who is a singer.
Wait,
I should
wait.
send you that video.
Are you do you look alike, or are you just fraternal twins?
We're fraternal. We don't look alike. Like if you walked up to you, you wouldn't even know that we were related.
Oh, okay. And who was born first?
I'm not gonna speak to that. I don't remember.
That means he was, because that's always a sticking point for twins. He was born like 10 minutes before you or something, right? Yes.
I plead the fifth. I have no idea.
Yeah. And I bet
I
when
remember being born. Some people don't. I don't. I just happen to do that.
And I
Remember
bet
it?
when your twin brother flies, he pinches like a normal person, doesn't he? Bye now. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
That's all you got. Thank you very much.
We're done. We're done.
All right. Just really quick, what kind of things you have coming up next? What are you working on? What can we expect from your channel?
A lot of things actually. Like I just told you, I'm really excited about the review of my Mavic Air. I got some DJI goggles I'm gonna be starting to play with. Honestly, the things that I'm really focusing on right now are like finding what people want to see. And it seems that a lot of people have really been interested in my thoughts on the new drone technology that's coming out, as well as playing with drones. I'm going to be doing a lot more of that. That's been like the peak of my channel. I'm not hands-on enough. Normally I'm by myself and I'm flying and I'm like, how do I film myself while filming something else? While I'm focused on filming something else. So I'm going to be doing more of that, and my social media game is lit. I will say that. If you check out @DRONR official, you will see what I'm talking about. It's been revamped. It's beautiful. It's fun.
Okay.
And it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Awesome. And
I'm gonna. And last thing is that you're gonna be included in this. I'm going to be doing what you're doing now and bringing other people onto my channel to be able to have conversations and things like this. So I'm taking a note from you.
Oh, wonderful. Cool. Can I be a guest on your channel?
Of course you can be a guest on my channel.
Yay.
I just leave it at that. You're gonna be a guest person. I wasn't really
great.
give you a choice, but you know.
I'll work on my next song. I'll work on my next B song for that. And you know what? And I'll release an album.
Honestly,
I'll release an album and I'll call it B-Sides. Yeah. All right. So, by the way, speaking of the Mavic Air, a very nice viewer invited me to come to Huntsville, Alabama, Saturday. So I'll be driving my broken back self to Alabama, hopefully not hurting myself too bad getting there. And I'll be checking out the Mavic Air. So I will have a review video of that as well. So
nice. I love to see what you think too.
Yeah, I can't wait to put my hands on it. I hear I hear good things. So, and now it's time for the viewer video of the week. And thank you very much, Rick. Rick, great to see you getting better every week. Robert Stanton. All in all, how much did you spend to get your commercial drone license? Oh, that's a good question. Well, the
test cost, I think, $170. But I also did remotepilot101.com to get ready for that. And that was like another $100. So let's call it in the gas, I guess, too, to get there, and the food. So maybe around $300. That's about it.
Yes, and I can't recommend remotepilot101.com highly enough. Mr. Shepard is a wonderful teacher, great guy, and I can tell you that it cost me an extra $150 to pass because the first time I took the test, I failed it. So there's that. Yeah. Now that
was a trial test. That was a trial test.
Now what I did was.
Are you getting close to have to take it again?
Yes. Actually, coming up, I will have to take the test again. Yeah, I got to take it once every 2 years. By the way, just to clarify, I didn't pass the first time because I didn't use remotepilot101.com. I just used whatever information I got online and the FAA website and booklet or whatever, and that's not the way to do it. remotepilot101.com, worth the money. And now, the viewer video of the week. And this is from Jeff Kraus. Oh, and thank you, Mark. Thank you so much. Super chat from Mark. All right, viewer video of the week from Jeff Kraus and his daughter Grace. They, well, I'm not even going to explain. I'm just going to go ahead and show it to you. This is the viewer video of the week. It's awesome. Enjoy.
What you doing, Grace?
I'm pulling out my tooth with the drone this time.
The drone this time?
Look, if it works.
There's the tooth. Wiggly tooth. All right.
Dana's face.
Yes, that's awesome. They pulled out her tooth with the drone. That's amazing.
Oh my gosh,
that's the best way to pull out a tooth, I think. So anyway, it's way over an hour. Thanks for hanging out with us, Brennan. What do you prefer, B or Brennan? You don't like Brennan, do you?
I like either or. Brennan, B, whatever makes you comfortable.
Okay, good. I don't want to be calling you something that you didn't want to be called. I don't like to be called Kenneth unless you're dating me. That's what the girls would call me. Girls would call me Kenneth whenever they're mad at me. Ken most of the time, but then like Kenneth. Yeah.
So the girls just called you Kenneth. Got it.
Yeah, most of the time they call me Kenneth. That's right. So Dana, what do you got coming up? What do you got? When are you performing next with Diamond Rio?
I'm leaving in about 4 hours, going to Greenville, South Carolina, and then going to Charlotte, North Carolina. And then I'll be home Sunday morning and have a little Sunday school party here at the house for the Super Bowl. Hey!
Oh, that's right. Oh, wow. Dwayne Rich, thank you so much. Ken, did you get your V3 goggles back? If not, will you get another pair or choose the DJI headset? A lot of people have been asking me that. I did buy another pair of Dominator V3s. That they were wrecked in the car accident, and I replaced them. So I don't know. I'm just not a big fan. Are you a fan, B, of the big, humongous, honking, bigger than your head DJI goggles?
Yeah, I am.
You are? Okay, all right.
I am. They give you the image, the quality that they give you to be able to see every corner of your frame while you're flying is it's incomparable for me. So I really, really like them. But they are huge. I agree. And the touchscreen is just really cool.
Yeah,
I love mine.
When I used yours, Dana, I enjoyed them. But as far as getting them set up quickly, very often I can find myself needing to get set up very quickly, and it seems like I'm just faster with the Dominators. I can just plug them in and go rather than having them boot up and all that. But that's just me.
A fun game you can do with the DJI goggles is Tate. You know Kelly from Ready Set Drone, his son.
Mm-hmm.
He taught me a game where you live your life in third person. And what you do is you have somebody fly the drone, you wear the goggles, and have somebody fly the drone behind you while you're walking around, and you're watching yourself walk in third person, like in a live moment. It's the weirdest out-of-body experience ever. I highly recommend it to freak yourself out.
I gotta try that because I like freaking myself out.
It's like playing a video game in real life.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I gotta be honest with you. The drugs are starting to wear off, so I'm gonna get out of here and take this turtle shell off and get some sleep. Thank you everybody for being just following us and being on the channel and supporting what we do. Please support B and everybody else in the droning community. If you're new to this, everybody's just so nice and they hang out. This is one of the greatest communities on YouTube, and I just don't know what to say. Thank you everybody, and I'll be back again next week. B, thank you for being on. Dana, thank you for being on. And until next time, buh.
And bye.
Hey,
stay fly.
See you, babe.